Kubo and the Two Strings gets a level 5 from me for its stunning animation and its compelling emotional story. Here's the movie ranking system that I'm using, and here are the ratings so far. Now, listen, spoiler warning because I will be getting into spoilers about this movie. Listen, every movie on my list I've heard something about. Even the ones that I haven't watched until now that I'm doing this 10 animated films thing. I've heard about, for example, Spirited Away. I've heard about that movie before, even without watching it, because that has a pretty substantial fan base. And also, The Iron Giant. I never watched The Iron Giant until now, but I've heard things about it. I've heard good things. I've heard minimal bad things. But about this movie, it's been complete radio silence. Okay, I've never heard of this movie, Kubo and the Two Strings, before doing this, and that's really surprising to me because the movie is so good, and the animation, which is stop motion animation, oh my god! I can just imagine the efforts and the hard work that went into the making of this movie. And it's just insane to me. Now, I already said spoiler warning, right? If I didn't, spoiler warning. But basically, the movie is about this kid, this boy named Kubo, and his mother. So his mother has like dementia or something because at daytime she can't do anything. She just like stares blankly like this and sits. You know what I mean? So she just does nothing. Like her mind is just not working at daytime or something. I don't know. And then at nighttime, when Kubo comes back from doing whatever he's doing, because there's a like village nearby his cave where him and his mother live. After Kubo comes back, that's when Kubo's mother starts speaking and starts like thinking and moving and everything. But then when it's getting close to bedtime, she starts forgetting it all over again, and that's the cycle. But anyways, one important thing that Kubo's mother told Kubo, right? And this is why I think you should always at least listen to your parents, even if you're not going to like do what they want you to do, at least listen to them, right? And reason before doing anything. Kubo's mother tells Kubo, listen, Kubo, you can't go outside at nighttime. All right, you can't be outside at nighttime because the Moon King, which is your grandfather, all right, he wants your other eye. And Kubo, the kid, he has one eye missing and like an eye patch. So I'm guessing. Well, no, yeah, his grandfather took one of Kubo's eyes. But anyways, yeah, don't be out at nighttime because your grandfather's watching from the moon and he might come and get you, or my sisters might come and get you and take your other eye. So just watch out. But of course, what's a good story without some betrayal? Kubo stays out until nighttime. And so guess what happens? His mother's sisters, his aunts, multiple, two of them, come for him because they want his eye. And so now Kubo is trying to get back to the cave, and his sisters, not his sisters, his aunts are chasing him. And so his mom comes to the rescue, obviously, and she makes Kubo fly away, and I don't know what really happens. Well, I'm guessing the mom dies because she died protecting Kubo, and Kubo flew away, and he's safe now. And the mom fights her sisters, and since there's two of them, two versus one already, kind of unfair. But whatever. Kubo is now like in this snowy area, whatever's going on, and apparently this area is called the Farlands. But he's not alone. He has this monkey that talks. And so the monkey that talks, guides him through all the things like, hey, you have to find your father's armor because hey, like your aunts are chasing you and they might catch up to us, and uh, that won't be good because they'll have your eye, right? So Kubo goes on this quest to find his father's armor, obviously to I guess defend himself, but uh, in the middle of the quest, he finds this like, well, not in the middle, kind of like more at the start of the quest. He finds this samurai beetle guy. Okay, and you can actually see it on the poster, right? There's the monkey with the katana, and there's the beetle samurai guy. But anyways, they join forces because this samurai beetle, he used to be one of his Kubo's dad's apprentices or students. So they join forces. The monkey's kind of skeptical, but whatever, they keep going on their quest, and they find the sword, uh, Kubo's father's sword, and it's in a giant skeleton's cranium, like impaled in a giant skeleton's cranium, and they fight the giant skeleton and all this, all that, and then they go and try to find the breastplate, the second part of the armor, and here is where interesting plot point here. So the monkey at the beginning of the quest kind of explains to Kubo that sh- ooh, I'm trying to not spoil it because I'm trying to have a big reveal, but whatever. The monkey, it's a she. Uh she was a little wooden monkey that Kubo carried around with him all the time because his mother told him, "Hey Kubo, this wooden monkey, right, toy or charm or whatever, you got to carry this around with you. All right, cool, all right, great." And it gets revealed that the monkey is actually, I think, the mother's spirit. Kubo's mom's spirit is the monkey, and also more towards the end of the movie, the samurai beetle, that's Kubo's father, Hanso. It's like the legendary samurai, right? Like that's him. That's him. But anyways, very sad thing at the end. Both the mom, which is the monkey, and the dad, which is the samurai beetle, die. It happens. Stuff happens, right? But now with one of the strands of, wow, I missed everything. Sorry. So I should say that the kid Kubo, he had a what's that instrument called with the three strings? It's kind of like a guitar. That thing, whatever it's called. A banjo? No, no, it's not a banjo. A violet? No, it's not even. That's not even how you say it. A violin? No, I forgot the instrument. Okay, but the point is, he had an instrument of some sort. This is what he was using. It's called a shamisen or a shamisen or whatever you want to pronounce it as because it's Japanese. It's a Japanese instrument. That's why I couldn't remember what it was. But anyways, yeah, he carries around this shamisen and he uses magic to use it, and he, can create all these things with paper and actually other objects because he used like leaves and little branches and sticks to create a boat at one point in the movie. And so, very interesting, right? It's very unique because I've never used, well, not never used, I've never seen an instrument. I've seen instruments used as magical power, but I've never seen like this type of. How do I explain this? It's just unique. It's just unique. All right, it's just unique. But anyways, so the parents die, the monkey and the samurai beetle, and he already has all of the parts of the armor that his dad left. So he says, you know what? Whatever. I can probably beat my grandfather. And so, and by the way, the sisters were defeated. Like the first sister, the monkey defeated, and then the second sister, it was a tag team between the monkey and the samurai beetle, and they defeated the second sister, but they sacrificed themselves, right? So the last enemy of the story, the grandfather, Kubo is ready to go fight his grandfather. He goes searching for him, and he shows up, and they have all this. They have like this long talk, but then it gets straight into the action. His grandfather, which was like a normal grandfather, like a normal Japanese grandfather, he turned into like a dragon or a flying insect. I don't know what it was, but he turned into something, and it was crazy, and it was big, and it was scary. And Kubo, he was putting up numbers for sure, right? So he had his sword like this, and he sliced the stomach of the beast, right? And so now the beast is like, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh, and then the beast goes for Kubo, and then no, boom, right? Kubo slices one of the eyes, but in the end, Kubo's just not built like that, and Kubo isn't like, yeah, I don't think he even had time to practice with the sword. But anyways, in the end, he says, you know what, I'm gonna use my shamisen to beat this guy, and in the end, I was actually really happy with the result where Kubo wanted to kill his grandfather, but in the end he didn't. He turned him back into a mortal because his grandfather again was like the moon god, moon king, whatever. He was a celestial being, I guess. And now he's immortal, but he's not immortal. A mortal, right? He can die. He's not immortal anymore. But now just a normal guy, just your normal Joe Schmo, right? But he forgot everything. He forgot all of his memories of being a celestial being, and so now the village, they say, hey, you were like, you're you're the kindest guy, and hey, you give out candy to kids, and hey, you're a cool guy, to the grandfather, to kind of get him in that like, oh wow, I really am selfless, like I'm so kind mentality, right? But just a second ago, the grandfather was trying to kill all y'all. All y'all, you what? But I get what they were trying to do, right? They were trying to like switch his life around, like turn his life around and make him into a good guy, and that's really nice, and it's really cool to see. And overall, I just like the movie. So yeah, I strongly recommend this movie. And this, out of all of the movies on my list, I really do like super recommend this one because it's underrated. I haven't heard anything of it. Okay, I have not heard anything about it. Maybe there is like a fan base, but it's got to be really small because I've never heard anything about this movie. But anyways, yeah, I really like the movie. That's all I had to say. You take care of yourself, and I'm out.